your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
And tonight we have a matchup between the two crosstown rivals here in the city of Dothan, and that's the Cougars of Northview and the Tigers of Dothan High School. And I tell you, Mitt, I think the Cougars have a tall order tonight.
I believe you're right, Bobby. You know, we've seen both of these teams play in the tournament, and Dothan's been a lot more aggressive. They've moved the ball better. They've been more active than Northview. So Northview's got to come out and establish their game plan. They've got to really work Xavier Gibson into the offense. You know, he could be the dominating player, and he could be the one. He's the difference between whether Northview wins or loses.
I think that's a very good point with Gibson. He is going to have to work hard on both the offensive and defensive boards in getting the rebounds from those shots. But with Dothan's fast-paced attack, it may not give that opportunity. So
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to welcome you to the Dothan Civic Center and the Hobo Pantry Food Store and the Cochran Firm as they present the Dothan Downtown Hoops Classic. At this time, would you please rise for the singing of the national anthem? Today's anthem will be sung by Amy Ward of Dothan. Amy won third place in a karaoke contest sponsored by City of Dothan employees, with proceeds going to the Wiregrass chapter of the March of Dimes. Additionally, Amy is the daughter of the proud father Greg Ward, a Dothan Civic Center security guard and United States National Guardsman. Now I present Amy Ward.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets they cleft above first singing, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Okay, there you have it, the national anthem. And we're about set to have the introduction of the players in tonight's contest between the Tigers and the Cougars. And we'll be set to go with this one. Of course, there's another game afterwards. And but this one right here is the one that we'll be talking about because it is the rivalry between these two schools. And so we'll go to the PA announcer now.
At this time, we would like to announce the starters. First with the Northview Cougars. Number 4, Zedric Helms. Number 5, Joe Coachman. Number 24, Zay Gibson. Number 32, Enrico Biggums. And number 34, Zach Kelly. The Cougars are coached by Floyd Griffin. And now the starters for the Dothan Tigers. Number 12, Janae Perry. Number 15, Ladarius Gaskin. Number 30, Johnny Welch. Number 35, Ed Chambers. And number 43, Kyrie Thomas. The Tigers are coached by Terry Goodson.
Okay, there you have the introductions of the various players of the contest tonight. We ought to see a real fast-paced attack here, and it's going to be a very good ball game between these two schools, especially if the Cougars are on their A game and Dothan High is on their A game. We are going to see a shootout here at the Civic Center tonight. What do you think, Mitt?
I think you're right, Bobby, because both teams, you know, when they suit up against each other, they come out and they're ready to play. Now, key players you got to watch. You got to watch on the Dothan side. You got to watch for Janae Perry. He had 25 points in the previous game here in the tournament, so he's a big-time scorer, big from three-point land. Ladarius Gaskin had 13, and Edric Chambers had 15. So they had three players in double figures in the last game, where Northview only had one player in double figures. That was Xavier Gibson with 12 points.
Okay, there's the tip-off, and we're set to go. Northview controls the ball, and they go on offense to kick things off as we go to Coachman. Tries to go inside, and he gives it to the big guy, 32, up and in. That's 2 points for Northview from 32 and Rico Bigham.
That time, Bigham showed his power and strength, Bobby. He just turned around and drove it to the basket, put it up and in.
All right, we got Perry and Chambers with the ball. Now back over to Perry, and then to number 15 is Gaskin.
Chamber goes up and is blocked by Xavier Gibson. So that's going to be something they've got to do. They've got to adjust to playing against a much taller defender.
Well, this guy, Gibson, is such a great player, and he's so tall. Dothan will have their hands full with him tonight.
Bobby, Northview's come out playing very aggressive, both times taking it to the hoops and scoring baskets.
Okay, Thomas gets the foul. The basket's good. It's they must have waved it off. So they're going to call it a 4 foul instead of the basket.
Okay, well, that's a break for Dothan and a bad break for Northview.
All right, here's the inbounds toss from Northview all the way out to number 4 for the Cougars. Helms into 32, shoots, misses, and Thomas is in there, and we're going to have a foul.
They're going to call Kyrie Thomas for airborne, Bobby. He was trying to get him off his back, and that's going to be his second foul. So
quickly,
that could spell trouble for Dothan. He's the big guy for the Tigers.
So here's the inbounds toss from the corner inside to Bigham's 32, and he travels. So Dothan gets a bit of a break on that end. It could have been easily 5-0, but as it turns out, it's still 2-0. All right, number 15 is Gaskin as he works the ball around.
Dothan just kind of trying to feel things out, Bobby. You know, they're an excellent three-point shooting team, and you can look for them to hit some from downtown.
There's the first shot from Perry. It's in and out. And number 30, Welch, comes up with the rebound, misses it. And then the Cougars get the ball, and then a reach-in foul from number 30 for Dothan. And that will be the third team foul. Johnny Welch picks up that one.
So Dothan's picked up three quick team fouls, Bobby, and they right now Northview seems to have the momentum going right now.
The only difference is only 2 points have been scored thus far. 34 to the basket, a turnover, a fight for it, and timeouts called by Dothan with 6:05 left. It's 2-0 Northview over Dothan. Back at the Dothan Civic Center, this is the Downtown Dothan Hoops Classic, and Dothan is trailing by a score of 2-0. It's Perry and Gaskins. Perry with the ball, looking over to number 30 Welch. Back to Gaskins, to Chambers. Gaskins has it again, out to Perry at the top of the key, and ball's on the floor, and we got a turnover. Turnaround jumper by Coachman won't fall, and number 35 for Dothan is in there, Chambers, to come up with a big rebound.
Right now, Bobby, Dothan's playing very tentative. They don't look very confident right now. They've got to establish something and try to get it going. That time, a second block by Xavier Gibson. Nice dish off to Edric Chambers for the basket.
That's what they're going to have to do into the basket, Mitt, is they're going to have to fake going to the basket, dish it off, and so Gibson won't have an opportunity to block it.
Well, you just can't go in straight on Gibson. He's just too big. He gets the rebound, kicks it back out to Coachman.
Coachman shoots and misses. So it's Dothan back on the attack. Perry gets him quickly across the court.
And he tries to get it into Chambers. He was hoping Edric Chambers would break into toward the basket that time, and Chambers wasn't looking, so goes out of bounds. It's a turnover on Dothan.
Right here's the inbounds pass. 34 Kelly over to the near side. They go inside to Biggums. Biggums and gives it to number 34 Kelly, and he gets it the basket out of it.
Good ball movement that time by the Cougars, getting it to Zach Kelly, breaking down the lane for two. Northview up 4-2.
So as Gaskins has the ball, looks for the three. It's a little off the mark and falls right in the hands of Xavier Gibson.
Dothan off to a very slow start. It's going to be Dothan's ball. You know, Bobby, they normally come out of the gates full speed, but tonight, Northview, you know, just having Gibson out there in the lane, it just totally alters your game.
That it does. So it's a 4-2 score. Northview on the better half of it, with Dothan trying to tie it up on this down or take the lead if they can get a tray out of it. Perry drives toward the baseline. Hemmed up, so they bring it back out and set it up again. Welch over to Gaskins. Perry from three-point range. It's no good. And the rebound is from Coachman. So Northview comes on the attack, leading by a score of 4-2. All the way across to Helms. Helms looks for a three, shoots, in and out.
Zach Kelly had that rebound. He was a little too far under the basket. They get out to Janae Perry. He goes up for the reverse layup, and he's going to be fouled.
He was nailed too, Mitt.
Yes, he was. And there were two big Cougars down there waiting on him. But Perry, you know, he's going to take it to him anyway.
Okay, the foul is going to be called on Helms. So Perry comes to the line tonight to shoot. So Perry looks, puts it up. It's good.
Janae Perry, he's that big gun for Northview, for Dothan most of the games. 25 points last night against Seminole County.
Second one is up and in. It's good for Perry.
So Perry sinks both of his free throws. So it's a 4-4 game, 2:52 left in the first period. Very low scoring, Bobby.
Yeah, there's been quite a few turnovers, and each one trying to figure out the other. Dothan almost comes up with it, and number 4 Helms comes back and puts it in.
That was a good drive by Helms. Chambers didn't want to pick up a foul, so he kind of laid off just a little bit. Right now, Dothan's playing Northview's game, Bobby, because Dothan's a fast-paced, high-scoring team, and they haven't been doing a great hustle that time by number 5, Joe Coachman.
So Coachman is able to get the loose ball and call the timeout. So with timeout, it's 6-4. It's Northview over Dothan. Back at the Dothan Civic Center, it's 2:19 left in the first period. A low-scoring ball game. Pretty good defenses on both these squads. 3-point shots have not fallen, but Northview has definitely played a better period than Dothan has.
They came out playing very aggressive, Bobby. They're taking it to the Tigers. They're playing good defensively, and they're getting some good shots off. They haven't made it, and Chambers turns the ball over. Bobby, we have a good crowd on hand tonight. The best crowd we probably had all tournament-wise, with Dothan and Northview playing. And there's a student section down there for Dothan and a student section on the other end of the arena for Northview.
So as Northview takes the inbounds toss with 2 minutes left in the period, we're still a 6-4 game. It's Northview over Dothan. Make it an 8-4 game.
Gibson with his first basket of the game. So it's an 8-4 game, 1:49 left in the first. Northview leading Dothan.
8-4 as Dothan works their offense. Gaskin with the ball looking. Sends it over to Perry. Drives, looks, and tries to pass it off to number 31 who had come in the game. Excuse me, that was 35 for Dothan, Cedric Chambers.
What's happening now with Dothan, Bobby? They're trying to force some things to happen. They need to just settle back, relax, and just work for the good shots. Northview's getting the rolls. That time Gibson hit a three. He got the bounce that time. So it's 11-4 game. And Dothan normally first periods, Bobby, they come out, they'll score 20, 25 points in the period.
Perry.
That time Perry fell short. Gibson got in his face just enough for him to change his shot.
And Gibson looks driving the baseline. And Brooks is going to be charged with a foul on that one. That'll be his third, too.
Thomas.
I'm sorry, Thomas.
Okay. It's second foul, Bobby.
Okay.
So Gibson now with 6 points. Dothan's going to a smaller lineup. They're hoping, Bobby, that they could use their speed to be more effective. So it's a 13-4 game.
45 seconds left as Perry brings it across the mid-court line. Approaching 35 seconds. Perry looks for three. And he gets it.
That time Perry had a good look at the basket, Bobby. He was able to line up and take a good shot, and he was able to make that three.
From
Gibson.
the corner, Gibson for three.
Boy, Gibson came ready to play tonight, Bobby. That's 2 3-pointers for Gibson.
16-7, 10 seconds left.
10 points for Gibson here in the first. Perry pulls up and shoots. Count it. Pulls up. Janae Perry.
A buzzer counter, a three-point shot from Perry. He makes 2 threes right there in about 35 seconds. And it brings us to the end of one. It's Northview 16, the Dothan Tigers 10. Okay, back at the Dothan Civic Center, the Downtown Dothan Hoops Classic. This is a game between Dothan and Northview as they round out one of the brackets as Perry shoots. And
Northview gets a fast break that time. They get the ball down to Zarek Helms for 2 more. It's an 18-10 Northview lead as we open the second period.
Cedric Helms puts it in for 2, makes it 18-10. Number 21 in the game for Dothan, that's Devin Elamine.
And that's the third block by Gibson tonight, Bobby. They've got to not take the first shot, get him up in there and dish the ball off. Get him out of position.
Yeah, that's what it's going to take because this height from Dothan fights and gets the rebound back. Gaskin takes the shot, misses. Tap in by Dothan, misses, and fast break it by the Cougars.
You know, Bobby, this is like a totally different Northview team from what we saw earlier. You know, they came out tonight like they were on a mission. They came out and established the game, established their dominance, and they have led the entire game.
So Elamine picks up a foul.
Still a lot of time left in this game. Helms playing an excellent game, Bobby. That's 6 points for Zarek Helms. So Northview up by 10, 20-10.
So Gaskin with the ball. Looks over to Perry. Back to Gaskins in the corner to Chambers. Drives the baseline. Under, no good. And we're going to get a whistle.
I tell you, Gibson he's making it tough under that basket for him.
Coachman picks up the foul.
His first. Second team foul.
Elamine's first one is off the mark. Here it goes. It's good.
So Alamine hits 1 of 2 from the line. It's a 22-11 game. Northview leading Dothan by 9. Northview doing a good job of getting the ball out on the fast break, and another one to Helms. Helms has been very impressive here in the first half.
Zedric Helms with a total of 8 points now. Gaskin looks.
What Dothan is going to have to do, Bobby, if they can get their outside game going, then they'll move Gibson out, and it'll create some opportunities under the basket.
Perry for 3 misses. Gibson gets the rebound. So Northview back on the attack. 34, Kelly, all the way to the baseline. Puts it up, misses. Dothan gets the rebound.
Welch loses it out of bounds. So it's going to be Northview's ball again. Dothan turns it over again.
Couple of substitutions coming into the game. 44 comes in. Jamal Brooks has 35. Chambers takes a break. Here's the inbound pass. Gibson with the ball. Back out to number 10, Jaquez Gibson.
3-second violation call against the Cougars, so it's going to be the Tigers' ball.
So it's a 22-11 game with all of it Northview. Dothan still trying to get on track.
They are, Bobby. They have not been on track tonight. They haven't been able to establish any kind of a flow in the game. So they've got to try to establish some type of momentum. Right now, Northview is controlling it.
Elamine jumps, shoots, and it's no good. And rebound made by 32 Bighams. So Northview back on the attack. He travels. Dothan gets a break there as Bighams called for traveling under the basket.
So Northview has come down the last couple of times down on their end of the court. They've turned the ball over. So Dothan's got to take advantage of the Northview turnovers in order to get back into this game. Right now, Northview's just controlling the game.
Perry now to Welch. Welch comes to the top of the key, over to Gaskins. Gaskin drives. Welch looks for a three-pointer, misses, and it's knocked away by Gaskins.
What's happening, Bobby? Dothan's not doing a very good job of rebounding. They are taking a shot, and nobody's under the basket for a rebound. So they've got to do a better job of rebounding, especially offensively, in order to try to get some quick points on the board.
So Coachman looks, and they tried to go to Bighams, and he wasn't looking. So Perry gets the ball, comes down, shoots in and out, and The big guy, 24, Gibson with the rebound.
Third straight turnovers, no points off turnovers. Fourth straight turnover for Northview.
Two on one under the basket.
I think we're going to have a foul on the play.
So we have a whistle. So the foul is going to be called on Brooks.
His first.
Inbounds toss from the Cougars. Into Coachman. Top. Shoots. Makes it.
Coachman with the three. His first basket of the game. So
25-11. Northview over Dothan.
14-point lead. This is very unexpected, Bobby.
Yes, it was. Yes, it is. I think Dothan is even stunned at this point.
Right. Dothan has lost only one game this year. Coachman on the fast break, two more. On the fast break, two more.
Coach Goodson has seen enough. He wants to pull things over here and kind of calm down his guys as they take a break. It's 27-11 with 3:19 to go in the first half. 19 to go in the first half of this game, and it's sort of a quiet crowd, Mitt.
It is,
Northview has just shell-shocked Dothan here with a 27-11 lead with just over 3 minutes to go in the half.
Gaskin goes for a three. Dothan's getting one shot, and that's it. They're not getting any rebounds. And one thing we talked about during the break was that Dothan normally comes out at a full-court press, and they have not pressed at all tonight. Good, strong move that time by Bigham. He loses it to Welch. Welch goes between defenders, lays it up with his left hand, and it goes out. Perry comes up with a big steal.
And a big foul on number 32. That was Bigham's for Northview, and the Northview crowd did not like that one. So Gaskins takes the inbounds pass. He and Perry quickly come down as the teammates are on the other end. Perry looks for three. Misses.
They are off the mark, Bobby, and somebody's got to get under the basket to get some rebounds. Nobody's rebounding. Everybody's standing around hoping that the shot goes in. If the shot is missed, they don't get a second and third opportunity.
Dothan comes up with a big steal. Chambers driving toward the basket. Pulls up. Under to 15. Gaskins for two.
That looks like Dothan there. That was a nice feed down to Gaskin for 2 points. So it's a 27-13 lead. And I believe those are the first 2 points Dothan's made off turnovers, I believe, Bobby.
Okay, and Northview just turns it over again on a backcourt violation. So Perry's going to get a break as number 14 comes in, and that is James Carroll. So you got Carroll and Gaskin.
Dothan trailing by 14. It's 27-13, and they are a very high-scoring team, and they are – Northview has just stunned them tonight.
Three-point shot from Coachman is not there. Chambers now loses the ball, and 34 is going to be hit with a foul. Kelly. And I mean, that was a wide open collision.
That was
with Chambers and Zach Kelly. So Dothan takes the inbounds pass to number 15, and that's Ladarius Gaskin. He shoots for a three off the mark, gets his own rebound, and that's what you got to have is a hustle.
They finally got a rebound, offensive rebound.
35 shoots.
Chambers.
It's a two-pointer.
Edric Chambers, that's his fourth point of the game, so it's a 12-point lead for Northview, 27-15. Make it. 30 to 15.
Not very long.
That's Gibson's third three-pointer of the game.
45 seconds.
13 points for Gibson in the first half.
So number 24 is going to be picking up his first foul. So Gibson picks up his first. So Chambers gets the inbounds pass to Gaskins. Over to 14, Carroll. Back to Gaskins. Welch drives, pulls up. Gaskins shoots for a three and drains it.
That's what they need, but they can't let Northview go back down and score a 3-2. You know, you can't, when you're trailing, you can't exchange baskets. Ooh, I heard that foul up here.
Yeah, that's going to be on 44.
Yeah, that was a hike there. Yeah, that foul's going to be called on Jamal Brooks, his second. Team 6. Northview still up by 12, 30 to 18.
Devin Alamine comes back in, number 21 for Dothan. Bring it out to Gaskin. He looks, drives in. 32's wide open under the basket, but they could not put it in, and we get a whistle. And it'll probably go against Dothan.
Yeah, I think Biggums was fouled on the rebound going back up, so.
Elamine picks up his second.
Bobby, this is the lowest point output I've seen for Dothan this year. You know, they normally have more points than that in the first period.
First one's up and in, good for Biggums.
Biggums with 3 points.
He makes them both.
So it's a 32-18 game. Northview still controlling this game.
So that's going to bring us to the half. It's been a 32 run for Northview and only 18 for Dothan. A much different turnaround from what we expected, because Dothan scored 28 points in the first period with their game the other night.
Yes, it is, and you got to give Northview credit. They came out with the game plan, and they have executed it very well. They have slowed Dothan down. They've taken the tempo away from Dothan, and Dothan's playing Northview kind of ball, and Northview's they're executing very well.
Okay, so we're going to take a break for the half. The halftime score is 32-18. It is Northview over Dothan. Okay, back at the Dothan Civic Center for the Downtown Dothan Hoops Classic. We're just moments away from the tip-off of the second half of this game. It's a 32-18 score with Northview on top, which is a tremendous surprise, as Dothan has not played their game that we've seen them play 3 times already this year.
And Bobby, I think it's a surprise to everybody but Northview. they came ready to play tonight, and they have come out and they have done exactly what they needed to do to be in a position to win this game. Now, quickly checking the scoring from the first half. Leading scorer for Dothan was Janae Perry. He had 8, Gaskin 5, and Chambers had 4. Looking on the other side, you got to talk about number 24, Xavier Gibson. 13 points, 9 points coming from behind the three-point line. 3 block shots by Gibson. Second leading scorer, somebody who's really stepping it up tonight, was Zarek Helms with 8, Coachman with 5, and Biggums with 4.
Okay, that's Zedric Helms, number 4 with 8 points. Jonathan Coachman with 5, and Artico Biggums with 4, Zach Kelly with 2. Okay, here's the inbounds toss. The Cougars with the ball. Number 4 with it, Helms. They're working it, trying to go inside. And Dothan fights away and gets a steal.
Good defense that time, Bobby. They were trapping wherever the ball was going, and they were able to knock the ball loose.
So Thomas will come to the line to shoot a pair. And the foul goes against Biggums, his second. So that's the first team foul with 29 seconds elapsed in this third period.
And
Thomas makes his first.
Bobby, that's his first points of the game.
Right.
And one of the while the officials discussed things, one of the big differences in this game is I'm not sure what happened. Rebounding.
Stepped on the line
Okay.
before he got ready to shoot his second shot.
Okay. So we'll call that a miss. They were out rebounded by 18 to 9. So Northview got twice as many rebounds, and the Gibson for 2 more.
7-13 and counting. It's 34-19. As Dothan spreads their offense out just a little bit.
What they're going to do is take it in, Bobby. They're going to try to get Gibson in foul trouble and get him out of the game or get him where he's got to play very cautiously.
That's his second foul as well.
Dothan's starting to attack the basket.
So Thomas shooting a pair. It's up, and it's no good. So he's 1 for 2.
Officially 1 for 2. So
He
he
makes
makes that one. So it's a 34-20 game, Northview leading.
7 minutes to go in the third. 14-point deficit by Dothan as the Cougars try to add to their lead. Dothan gets a turnover. It's going to be 2-on-2. Gaskin up and in for 2 points.
So that's something they didn't do in the first half, Bobby, is get points off of turnovers. Northview turned the ball over 4 consecutive times, and Dothan wasn't able to score on those 4 turnovers.
Bigham's over to Gibson in the corner. He's going to be fouled. So Bigham's will come to the line. We'll see who the foul is on. And number 12, Perry. So inbounds pass to Helms. Helms over to Kelly. To Bigham's for 2.
Bigham shows his strength, Bobby. He's been very effective inside. That's 6 points for Bigham's.
Perry to Gaskin. Back over to Perry. Perry looks for a 3, and he makes it.
Perry with a wide open
Perry
3. He was off shooting in that first half, Bobby. Perry was only 2 for 7 from behind the 3-point line. And last night, I believe, he was like 100%. So, he's been off shooting, but, that's what it's going to take for Dothan to get back into it. They got to get some threes up, and they've got to stop Northview on the other end. On the other side, Northview just got to continue to do what they're doing, executing, rebounding, and making big plays.
Let's take a timeout here, 36-25, 6:01 left in the third. We'll be back at the Dothan Civic Center. Okay, Stephen. All right, back at the Dothan Civic Center. We're about ready for the inbounds toss. It'll be Northview dropping in. Dothan is going to apply their attempt to do the press, and it didn't affect anybody that time. Gibson pulls up, shoots in and out, and Chambers comes up with a big rebound. And a foul on number 34. That's Kelly. It'll be his second.
That time the shot fell short for Northview, and Dothan was able to get the rebound. And so Kelly tried to take the ball away, and he committed a foul, so it's Dothan's ball.
36-25. Dothan trying to milk away at that deficit as Perry looks, Gaskin shoots for 3 and misses.
It's going to count.
Goaltending.
It's going to count.
It's going to go against 24.
So
Gibson.
Gaskin gets another 3 because of Gibson touched the ball while it was still around the rim.
Okay, 36-28. It's now 7-point lead for Northview. And Northview turns it over again as Coachman wasn't even looking and the ball was coming to him. So he just rolled out of bounds. So Dothan gets new life here. They can even shorten that deficit with a score on this particular possession.
Bobby, we were talking about points off turnovers. And Chambers goes up strong. He came out of nowhere and was able to get that ball and put it up. Edric Chambers.
And he comes around and fouls. So he's going to pick up his first foul of the night.
And Bobby, what I was about to say, looking at the enhanced scoring, Dothan only got 2 points off turnovers in the first half. Northview got 9 points off turnovers. So Northview took advantage of the Dothan mistakes. Dothan failed to take advantage of the Northview mistakes. 6-point game, 36-30.
Approaching 5 minutes in the period. As Dothan has picked up their defense and their aggressiveness on both the offensive and defensive boards, and is able to shorten this lead down to 6 points for Northview.
Nice pass and feed down to Gibson for 2.
Man, I tell you, they don't get any better than that.
He was right there, and he just made it look so easy.
Perry Gaskin drives, gives it to
and we're going to have a foul on that one. It's going to be Gibson's third foul, Bobby. He got a lot of ball.
and
but
Thomas hit his head, too. I'm telling you, he came down hard.
You know, if Gibson hadn't have made such a strong motion, they would have called a block. But because he did it with such force, and Thomas went down pretty hard, so they calling for the foul.
So they're going to take Thomas out just to give him an opportunity to make sure he's only seeing one person on the floor other than 3 or 4.
Yeah, he took a pretty nasty fall that time. But, you know, that was a big foul, Bobby. That's 3 fouls on Gibson.
Banks comes in, a high school off the floor, shoots and misses.
Banks comes in for Thomas.
So another attempt coming here. It's up and it's short, and Dothan gets a rebound. Welch, spin around jumper, it's 2.
Johnny Welch with his first basket of the game, and it couldn't have come at a better time for the Tigers. It's a 32-38 game, Northview leading. They've led the entire game.
So Banks has got his hands full with Kelly. Baseline jump shot is good for, who is that?
Number 10.
Yeah, number 10 for the Cougars.
Gibson. Jaquez
Gibson.
Shot by Perry, no good, and rebound goes to Gibson, Xavier Gibson.
So Dothan trying to defend.
And a 3 by
Jaquez Gibson.
Gibson has come out and hit 5 points.
43-32.
11-point lead. There was some screaming going on. They said that Gibson pushed the Dothan player.
Almost thrown away by Perry, but Chambers alertly is able to pick it up.
Gaskin goes up with an incredible shot and makes it.
Oh, man, that was a great basket by Gaskin. 43-34, 9-point lead. Northview looking, Coachman. Gets a steal from Perry. Perry toward the basket.
And that was a foul. That was a pretty nasty foul there.
That was pretty nasty.
That probably should have been a technical foul because he went down like he was going to cut his legs from under him.
2-shot foul.
Gibson, first foul. Janae Perry is at the line. Perry has
He's
11 points tonight, had 8 in the first half.
2 for 2. He misses that one. So Thomas comes back in. Kyrie Thomas. We're glad he was not shaken up. So Perry puts the other one up. It's up, and he makes it.
So Perry makes 1 of 2, so it's a 8-point game with 2:34 left in the third. Northview leading 43-35.
Almost a knock away from Perry.
Bobby, these two teams will meet again twice this year. This is their first meeting. They normally play 2 regular season games. And it seems like every year in the tournament they play each other.
Perry all the way down to the basket. Fadeaway jumper is long, and Northview gets the rebound.
Northview continues to out-rebound Dothan.
Under 2 minutes in the period. 43-35. Northview over Dothan. Xavier Gibson with the ball.
Coachman goes in and misses and tries to recover and commits the foul.
So that will go against Coachman, his second.
Neither team in the bonus.
So Perry comes out and Banks comes in for Dothan. 24, Xavier Gibson comes out. And we have a new number in there, 30 for Northview, and that is Michael Mitchell.
1:32 left in the third period. Northview still leading as they have the entire game.
Banks to Gaskin. Gaskin back to Banks again. Looking for a three-point shot, but it's not there. Chambers wide open. It's short. And the Cougars going to come up with the ball.
And nobody there to get the rebound. Chambers going to be called for a foul.
Chambers almost got away with it, but got hit with it anyway.
That's his second. Team's third. It's going to be a foul called against, I believe, Northview.
Yeah, number 5, Coachman.
That's going to be
his third.
That's going to put him in the bonus, Bobby. Won't it?
I believe so.
No.
So Brandon Morrison
Bonus.
comes in for Northview. So it's a 1-and-1, so Banks can come in.
Banks is, he misses 1-and-1. Well, that was a 2 shots he missed earlier.
Yeah.
Because he came in for
Makes
Thomas.
that one. So he gets the bonus. 43-36, a minute 5 left in the third.
7-point game.
So 30, Welch comes under the basket, and Brooks comes away at midcourt. Second shot's good.
2 big free throws that time. I think it's a warning sideline. So what he did, he crossed the out of bounds line. So they gave him a warning. Next time they'll call a foul.
Okay.
.104 left in the third.
So here's the inbounds pass.
And they almost lose it out of bounds. They were able to recover it. Gibson is taking a breather now, and Dothan's hoping to take advantage of that.
From the corner, misses. Knocked away by 14 for Northview. Morrison, so Dothan gets it back.
Dothan's kind of scratched their way back into this game, but they're only trailing by 6, and if they can go down and score this time, they can be within 4 points.
Maybe 3 with a 3. Okay, Gaskin to Chambers. Back to Gaskin. Over to our little guy, Dante Banks.
Dothan's going to go for one shot.
Went all the way in to Jamal Brooks, but he couldn't put it in. So Northview comes up with the rebound under 16 seconds. We go under 10. Ford gets 2 shots at it. That was Helms, and he makes the second one at the buzzer.
Great second effort that time by Helms, Bobby, because he missed the first one, but he was able to, Dothan didn't block out. Helms was able to get his own rebound, put it back up for 2.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of 3. There's 8 minutes left in this one. It's 45-37. It's Northview over Dothan. All right, back at the Dothan Civic Center for this this championship game between Northview and Dothan, and it's been Northview all the way. Dothan had a very productive third period. We'll see what happens on the fourth as we are now back in action.
Dothan came out and scored 19 points in the third period, Bobby, and Northview scored 13, so they were able to cut 6 points off of that lead.
Welch takes the inbounds pass. Over to Perry. Back to Welch. He shoots a 3. And he makes it.
Big three-pointer that time by Johnny Welch. Welch has 5 points in the game.
Down to a 5-point lead for Northview, 45-40.
And that's what you want, a single-digit lead going into the fourth period or early in the fourth period. You're within striking distance.
So Chambers picks up his third foul. No, 1-5. That was Gaskin, I'm sorry.
That's his first. Dothan still have a couple of fouls to give.
Wide open. And he missed it. And Welch comes up with the rebound for Dothan.
Welch shoots again. Misses,
gets his own rebound,
goes up, and he's fouled. Johnny Welch is starting to pick up the pace a little bit here, Bobby.
Yeah, he is. Number 4, that's
Helms.
Zedrick Helms picks up his second.
Helms has played an outstanding game for the Cougars tonight, Bobby.
Yes, he
I
has.
tell you what, he's been all over the court.
Welch misses the first.
That one was flat. Welch, he didn't put any arch on that ball. Hit the front of the rim, and that could be a sign of fatigue a lot of times when you're at the foul line and you shoot and your shot falls short.
All right, here's the second attempt. It's up. Nice arch and nothing but net. Down to 4. It's 45-41.
4-point game, Bobby. We talked about it. You know, these two teams, they're not going to pack it in and just give up. They're going to fight to the end. Gibson shoots, misses, rebound to Welch. Out to Perry. Up
and
and
it
in.
falls in for him.
Incredible shot by Janae Perry. Bobby, we've got a game here. We've got a game, a 2-point lead for Northview.
So Zedrick Helms picks up his third, and Perry comes to the line to make a 3-pointer out of it, and they'll be down by 1.
And what is happening, they are doing a better job rebounding, Bobby, and Perry makes that one. So we have a 1-point game, and the crowd's on their feet.
Oh yeah, we got some excitement, some noise in the gymnasium tonight.
We've got a game now. Nice layup that time by Bigham, and it rolls in. Northview back on top by 3.
47-44.
Bigham's with 8 points for Northview. And a steal by Northview. Zach Kelly with it. And Perry picks the pocket to Chambers. Lays it up and in.
So it's a 1-point game. Still Cougars, 47-46.
Cougars have led the entire game, Bobby. This is as close as Dothan's been in the entire game. There's the big man to get the rebound and put it back in. Gibson for 2.
Back to 3, 49-46. 5.5 minutes to go in this one.
19 points for Xavier Gibson.
Welch for 3, misses. And number 4 comes up with a big rebound, Zedric Helms, who's played a whale of a game tonight.
He really has. Traveling called on Zach Kelly. It's going to be Northview's ball.
And we got 3 bodies on the floor over there.
And we got 3 fans standing up, Bobby, giving the traveling signs right in front of the officials.
All right, it's 49-46. Perry into Gaskin.
A lot of time left in this game. 5 minutes, 15 seconds.
Welch. Cross to Perry for 3. Chambers. Block.
And a block. Big block that time by Xavier Gibson.
There's no way to overcome that.
Whoa. Boy, that was a collision there between Gibson and Gaskin.
Perry.
Foul is called on Janae Perry, his second. So, still not in the bonus. As Gaskin comes out and Elamine goes in. Northview leading by 3. Dothan had cut the lead down to 1. But Northview came right back and scored again.
Bighams tosses in to number 4. He's hemmed up. Gaskin shoots a 3. Misses.
That was Coachman for a 3.
And they call it on Chambers.
Yeah, that's Chambers' 3rd foul.
Here's the inbounds toss to Helms. Trying to go inside, and Chambers does get it. This was to Perry.
They're going to call basket interference.
Yeah, by 43, Thomas for Dothan.
The ball was still on the rim. Dothan had a chance there to cut that lead down and possibly take the lead.
So it comes back all the way out to number 4, Helms. Over to 34, Bighams. Helms with the ball. Looking to go to some help to the big guy.
Perry,
Gibson. Perry gets a steal.
And misses another layup. And that's something Perry never does, is miss layups like that. 2-on-1 fast break. Over to Bigham, counted. Dothan missed 2 excellent scoring opportunities by that sure scorer, Janae Perry. Northview back on top by 5.
51-46, 3.5 minutes.
Foul's going to be on Bigham. It's going to be his 3rd, and at the line it's going to be number 43, Kyrie Thomas.
Okay, that's his 3rd. So we got Bighams with 3, Coachman with 3, Helms with 3, Gibson with 3.
3:31 left in the 4th. Big free throw that time by Thomas.
Down.
4-point game.
So 4-pointer as Elamine comes out, as number 15, Gaskin, comes back in. That one's off. Chambers puts it in for 2.
It's a 2-point game, 3:23 left. And it's up. Looked like it was off the offensive foul called on Zach Kelly.
And a technical on 34. 2 fouls.
Boy. Bobby, it's too bad this is not the championship game. I think a lot of people were hoping that Dothan and Northview would play for the championship, but they were in the same bracket, so that couldn't happen. But this is an exciting game. Both teams have come out tonight. You know, Dothan started a little slow, but they've come back, and they're within striking distance.
Down by 2, could go up by 2. Not that way he won't.
Perry
misses.
A lot of pressure on him right now.
So he gets to come to the line and shoot another. Makes that one. It's a 1-point game.
They were within 1 before, Bobby, but they have not led the entire game. So this is Dothan's opportunity to take the lead with 3:17 left in the game.
So Perry gets the ball back. As he looks to drive, passes back to Chambers for 3. It's partially blocked. As Xavier Gibson comes up with the short one. He shoots from the corner. In and out, misses.
Chambers rebounds it. And it goes out of bounds. Dothan not able to take advantage of the opportunities, Bobby. They've had a couple opportunities to take the lead. It's like there's this big barrier there. Okay, we can't take the lead.
Yeah.
But if you give them credit, they got back on defense and did an outstanding job. 2:43 left.
51 to 50.
Whew. This is a barn burner, as they say.
Kelly to Coachman, to the big guy, shoots, misses, and the foul's going to be called on Perry. No. Called it on Thomas.
So
Okay.
Gibson's at the line. He's 2 of 2 from the line tonight.
Yep. Up in the air, it's up, and he misses.
Gibson has 19 points in the game, 13 of them coming in the first half.
So ball's in play if he misses. As Xavier Gibson eyes the basket. 2:29 left. Puts it in the air. It's up. And it's no good. And Northview gets the rebound.
Great.
And they come out with a new play.
That was a good position at that time by Northview to get that rebound and keep it going. Zach Kelly drives to the basket for 2.
So it's back to a 3, 53 to 50. 2 minutes left. Gaskins to Welch, driving the line.
Puts it up and in.
Oh, what a
Incredible
move
shot.
by Gaskin. Incredible.
That was Welch with the basket. Boy, 1-point game.
53-52, 1:45 left.
Gibson the big, and it's 2.
Back to 3. Minute 32 left.
Dothan has trailed the entire game, Bobby. That time Welch went to the well one too many times. He tried to take it in over the big guys, and he missed, and it's out of bounds off of Dothan. So it's Northview's ball.
Here's the inbounds pass. Northview with it. Minute 16.
Dothan steals it. Johnny Welch puts it up and in.
There's still one.
There's still 1 point
And there's
behind.
timeout. Oh,
Wow, what a game. What a game.
a timeout on the floor with 1:05 left. Coach Collins wants to make sure everything is all set for this last run. They're down by 1. So let's take a timeout with the rest of them. It's 55-54. It's Northview over Dothan, who has not led in this game tonight.
You're exactly
Back at the
right.
Civic Center in a moment. Back at the Civic Center. It's bedlam here as the crowd is into it all the way. As Northview will be taking the inbounds pass. They lead it by 1. There's 65 seconds left in the game. Tossing in will be Antrico Biggums to the rest of the Cougar team.
I tell you, Bobby, it's anybody's game right now, but the thing Northview have going for them, they haven't trailed the entire game, and Dothan has not been able to break that scoring barrier and take the lead. Gibson spins, shoots, misses. Welch comes up with the rebound, and he double dribbles. That was another opportunity, Bobby. They blew it.
Yep. So Northview will be tossing it in. 49.7 seconds left. So timeout on the floor again. A 30-second timeout is called between no, it's a full timeout called by Coach Griffin down on his end. So 49.7 seconds left, 55-54. It's still Northview over Dothan. Back at the Civic Center in a moment. All right, the stage is set for a buzzer beater here. Either way, Northview is led all the way. Right now it's by 1, 55-54. Northview takes the inbounds pass to their big guy, and they easily get it over to 34.
Zach Kelly
for 2.
That was a good feed that time from Xavier Gibson to Zach Kelly under the basket. So they're up by 3, 57-54.
All right, we're approaching 30 seconds. This is Welch.
4-3.
Nailed it. No, it's not a 3. It's only a 2.
It's a 3.
It's a 3?
Yes. So we have a tie game with 20 seconds left. And Perry fouls. So the foul is on Perry. And
His third.
And it's going to be, I think he fouled Joe Coachman. 2 shots.
No. They're calling this a 2.
2 shots, yeah, he's going to get two shots.
No. They took a point off.
Oh, it was a 2.
It was a 2. So it's not tied.
Oh, okay, so that was Welch.
That was Welch. Instead of a 3, it's a 2.
Okay.
So Dothan,
What we thought was a tie game, Dothan was actually behind by 1. It was a 2, and they put a 3 on the scoreboard. So I guess we could take a look at that. If
okay. Thanks. I think everything is straightened out on the floor now. 57-56 is the score. At the line is number 5, Coachman, who has not been to the line yet. Dothan down by 1 with just over 15 seconds left. He misses. And it's a jump ball, and the error.
they call timeout. Well, the possession errors in Northview favor anyway. You know, it's pointing toward Northview. Dothan had an excellent opportunity there, Bobby, to come up with a big play, and they didn't.
So on this inbounds pass, Dothan's got to play some great defense and keep Northview from scoring. It won't be the end of the world if they do score, because they just got to come down in that remaining seconds and put a 3 up. So, but Northview's got to get the inbounds pass and score first.
And the thing about Northview did a good job, Bobby. They really did. Getting that rebound, that was a big play, and that could be the difference in this game. So they have put themselves in a position to win this game.
32 will be doing the inbounds toss. That's Bigham's.
Northview led by 8 going into the quarter, 45-37. .8 seconds left, and we have a foul called on Perry.
His fourth.
So what they're hoping to do is for him to miss. He can make one of them. If he misses and Dothan gets the rebound. Okay, big free throw that time by
Coachman.
Coachman, yes.
So it's a 2-point lead with 8.8 seconds.
So if he makes this one, I'm quite sure Dothan would call timeout. And Bobby, I think they should have just called timeout. I don't know if they had another timeout left or not. But this has been a great game.
Wow, what a game.
It really has, Bobby. I tell you what. The fans have gotten their money's worth tonight.
Yes, they have. That was against Gaskin.
So Kelly makes the first.
So it's a 3-point game.
If Dothan if he misses, and he doesn't.
So the final score,
Northview 60, Dothan 56. That's only Dothan's second loss of the year, Bobby.
Wow. 60-56 is the final score. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap up the scoring of this great game as it was and unfolded here at the Dothan Civic Center tonight during the Downtown Dothan Hoops Classic. Well, we took our breath on that one. That was a real. We called it at the beginning, said it's going to be an old-fashioned barn burner. It got kind of boring at the end of one as Dothan was trailing by a score of 16-10. It was even more a little bit boring at the half when it was 32-18. But then things began to turn around for Dothan, and they almost were able to put it together and pull it out.
Right, Bobby. That third period was a big period for Dothan. They outscored Northview. They scored 19 points in that period, which kind of turned things around for them. But they never were able to take the lead. Right. They thought they had tied it up with the shot by Johnny Welch, which they thought was a 3, but they took one of the points off. It was a 2-pointer. So Dothan, it was a great effort for Northview. They came out tonight ready to play, and Dothan was, I think they caught Dothan by surprise.
I think they really did, and what an effort. You can't say enough about all the players on the Cougar staff as they put it all together and are able to advance to the championship game.
And let's kind of run down the scoring by quarters. At the end of one, it was 16-10 Northview. At the end of two, it was 32-18 Northview. 45-37 at the end of three. Final score 60-56. For the winning Northview Cougars, the leading scorer was none other than number 24, Xavier Gibson. He had an outstanding night tonight, just all over the court for the Cougars. He had a total of 8 rebounds. He had 8 rebounds, a total of 10 rebounds, 2 offensive and 8 defensive. He had 4 block shots and a half dozen of altered shots because, the guys had to change the shots up.
He was definitely the difference in the game.
Okay, other scores for Northview. Coachman had 6. Cedric Helms had an outstanding game. He had 10. Bigham had 12. Kelly had 8. And Gibson had 5.
Okay, for Dothan tonight, Janae Perry had 16 points. Ladarius Gaskin finishes with 12, along with Johnny Welch with 12. 10 points from Edric Chambers. Kyrie Thomas had 3, and Dante Banks finished tonight with 2. Devin Elamine finished tonight with 1 point for the losing effort for the Dothan High School Tigers.
And, Bobby, here's a footnote here. Field goal shooting percentage. Neither team shot outstanding. Northview shot 47%. Dothan only shot 32%. In the first half, Dothan only shot 21%. You can't win games with those shooting percentages. And so it was a tough night for Dothan. Even from behind the three-point line, they shot only 28%. So they were 3 of 13 from behind the three-point line. And Northview was 4 of 7. And they wound up shooting 45% from behind the three-point line, 63% from the foul line, and Dothan was 60%.
So that's going to wrap it up for this game with the Downtown Dothan Hoops Classic, where the final score, the Cougars of Northview High School win it by a score of 60-56.
And we want to thank our statisticians who's done an outstanding job for all the media down here and for the schools, Gary Franklin. This information he's given us is invaluable, and we appreciate his help.
Okay, good night from the Dothan Civic Center from Mick Kirkland, Bobby Price, our videographer tonight, Stephen Short. We'll see you again on the Local Origination Channel. Happy New Year.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.